Hey guys, are you planning to hit up Dubai Mall? Because when you're done with the mall and the fancy downtown area, there's a neighborhood that's just a 15-minute drive away where you can do a full-blown authentic street food tour. And that's where I'm going to take you today. I'm in the humble neighborhood of Satwa, and this is one of those bustling areas in Dubai that is known for its street food. I'm going to be trying everything from a tagra Pakistani style breakfast to a fresh baked, spicy, cheesy manousheh from one of the oldest spots in town to East African spiced lamb chops and more. So if you're ready, let's go. When tourists ask for authentic and cheap hidden gems in Dubai, most of them get sent to the same Pakistani restaurant, which I won't name right now. But if you ask me, I'll tell you to head somewhere else. Nujood. Nujood is one of those spots that makes everything fresh. This is not a place that takes shortcuts. Nujood began as a sweet shop back in 1990. It was opened by a humble man named Javed, who to this day still sits in the shop silently watching over everything. Over time, Nujood grew into a full restaurant next door. What I love is that the food is flavorful, it's not overly spiced, and it just sits right. And the price point honestly feels like a free lunch when you think of what you'd pay just across the highway at Dubai Mall. This is one of those humble spots where the food is really accessible in terms of pricing. I mean, they can serve even the humble workers. So just in this whole spread, this typical Pakistani nashta, for just 13 dirhams, I get chana, I get halwa, I get a side of their dahi or yogurt, and then I get a lassi. Either you can pick the sweet or the salty one, and two massive puris, which are pretty much going to keep you going for a huge part of the day. I love chana that is done this way, where it's got this soupy, thick gravy. And this gravy has a very chatpata, like a very lip-smacking quality to it. I don't know if they're adding amchur powder, but the spices are really well balanced. I can see flecks of black pepper in there. There is a little bit of heat, but it's not overwhelming. And if it's too much for you, then there's always the yogurt, and you can kind of dip it into that. Like I said, you get a lassi included, but what my heart was calling out for was some Kashmiri chai. So I paid 3 dirhams for this pink chai, which is not just popular in Kashmir. It's found all across the Himalayas. And it's a very special chai. This one is actually made with green tea. And what they do is they add baking soda when the green tea is boiling. And it has a chemical reaction which changes the color to brown. You add milk in there, it becomes pink, and bam, you have pink chai, and they add nuts into it. It's like sweet, nutty, and because of the nuts, it has a little bit of a savory quality. If you come here, you've got to order this pink chai. It's not just Instagrammable, it actually tastes good as well. Let's go in for the halwa. This is like a Pakistani breakfast staple. Puri, halwa puri. Like, this is one of those non-negotiables on the Pakistani table. I've never been a huge halwa person. So for me on this table, the chana wins hands down. But this one, I mean, for every person looking for an authentic Pakistani breakfast or nashta, anyone from Pakistan, for them, this is a little taste of nostalgia. While I just said I'm not a sweets person, where I will happily break that rule is in the sweets shop next door, the original Nujood shop that opened, and that's where I'm going to take you next. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, I'd love for you to support my work. Click that like button, subscribe, ping that notification bell. Really revs me up to make more videos like this, where I feature not viral places, but the really authentic restaurants in Dubai.
Try this.
What is this?
This name Multani halwa.
Multani halwa.
Yeah,
It
this
looks
fresh-
very fudgy. It almost looks like caramelly. Ye khoya ka bana hai?
I think you milk it.
It's milk.
Milk, yeah.
It is very caramelly, very fudgy, very moist.
The one this try this rose with milk with pistachio inside. But very less sugar.
This has less sugar.
Less sugar this. Rose with milk inside.
This is my healthy treat for the day. After eating through an entire sweet shop, you know, मैं ज़्यादा मिठाई खाती ही नहीं. I don't even like sweets so much.
But very less sugar.
No, but here, you know, the stuff you'll have here,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Thank you. Thank
What
you.
are they doing in the back? Are they breaking stuff? ये तोड़ दो सब. They're having a little party in the kitchen in the back. I feel if you come to Nujut Sweets, you should try all of the rectangular shape, like the block fudgy sweets. I feel like that is where their strength is. Just come here, taste a couple, and then get a box packed. And it will be good for what? How long does it keep?
This all is different. This
It
4
depends.
days, yeah.
4 days.
4 days, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, all is
I
different.
challenge you to keep this untouched for 4 days. You'll probably finish it within a day. I'm ready to hit up my next street beat. Satwa is a neighborhood that straddles old and new Dubai. Back in the day, it was home to the Iranian and Baloch community. And now parts of it have been gentrified. But a lot of that raw 80s and 90s vibe still lingers. It's also pretty historic. The Union House, where the agreement to form the UAE was signed in 1971, stands right in this hood. And the wild part is you're just across Sheikh Zayed Road from Dubai Mall. But it feels like a totally different world. Stripped down, way less manicured. It's the kind of place you can just zone out and be a part of the street. I'm heading over to one of the oldest spots in the hood. Now, some people rave that it's the best shawarma in Dubai. Others don't care for it anymore, given how spoiled we are for choice in the city. Personally, I wouldn't drive an hour to check it out, but if you're by Dubai Mall, it's a 15-minute detour, assuming there's no traffic. If I'm here, it's for some nostalgic vibes and cheap street food. And I'll usually pick their old-school manousheh over shawarma. What I want is their manousheh. It's basically a pizza, though controversially I might add a better version of it. And it's the version that you find all over Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, Jordan, basically the Shami region as it's called. And it gets its name from the word naqash. In Arabic, naqash means to make a depression. And usually when the baker stretches out the dough, there's little depressions that they make in the dough, and that avoids those bubbles popping up in the dough, and it also lets all of the toppings pool into the flatbread, so you get these little pockets of flavor that burst out. This is the version with muhammara and cheese, so it's got your spicy red pepper paste and gooey akawi cheese. Hada akawi wala? It is akawi. Okay, good. I was right. And I much prefer this to just a plain cheese. This hits the spot. And you cannot leave one of these juice cafeterias without the quintessential drink of Dubai, which is the lemon mint or the lime mint. And I always ask them for less sugar because then it's the perfect level of sweetness. I also usually get chicken wings at Lebanese restaurants like this because they do grilled chicken wings with lemon. But I have a little bit more to try, so I'm going to save up space and hit the road again. I don't know what to tell you about Kunafa other than it's crunchy syrup drenched noodles over warm gooey cheese. I really don't want to hype it up, but it is one of Dubai's favorite desserts, and for good reason. You find it pretty much all over the city, but Firaz here on 2nd December Street is one of the older shops that's been around since 1993, and they do a pretty mean kanafe. They have all of the different versions with cheese as well as with cream, but the one I like to go for is not the top with the violently orange colored noodles. I like to go with the plain brown crunchy noodles on the top, because this is the version that's made in samna haloob, which is the pure cow's milk ghee. I will be honest though, I am pretty cheesed out after the last stop. So Lucky behind the camera, this is all yours, Habibi.
Satwa has become a real hub for the Filipino community. It's sort of like an unofficial Little Manila in Dubai. There's a whole bunch of little eateries, tons of Filipino cheap eats, but nothing that I can truly vouch for just yet. What I did find was this tiny little shop doing something unique that I hadn't tried before.
I'm Jason, and this is my shop, and we're serving you original taho from the Philippines. Taho is originated from China, and we inherited from the Chinese people. We always serve hot, and every Filipino loves it.
I have never tried taho before, and as Jason said, this is one of the things that is loved in the Philippines. It's actually it's a street treat in the Philippines, and as I'm holding it, I can feel how warm it is. I would say the closest cousin is probably custard. It's creamy, jelly-like, a little bit jiggly. This is very much a very subtle and textural thing. So it's got silken soy, it's got these little tapioca pearls in there, which are chewy. And then those on their own don't have flavor. What it gives it the flavor is the arnibal, which is that molassesy flavor of brown sugar, with just a tiny little hint of it, because I asked them to go really easy on the sugar syrup.
Now that I'm done pecking the small bites, I'm ready for the big meal with friends and fellow tour guides at Frankland Adventures.
The next spot that I'm gonna go to is a relatively new spot in this old neighborhood, but everyone, including my sister, has fallen hard for it. I think I'm the last person in the city to probably try it.
Pili is this barbecue house that blends East African and Indian flavors the way it's played out across countries like Kenya, Zanzibar, and Tanzania. The name Pili Pili is a Swahili word which means pepper pepper, and it also means hot and spicy. This is one of those spots where you really should have a crew of people so you can do justice to the food, because it's the sort of stuff that's meant to be shared.
Get away from these lamb chops because I'm not sharing them with anyone. So we have a very meatalicious lineup for our mains. We've got their signature marinated lamb chops, and then we have the sumni. This is lamb, so little chunks of lamb that are threaded with fat and barbecued. And then these ones are ones that my sister actually loves, which is the beef fat skewers. And what are these guys called? Nundu. They're called nundu. It's like learning a whole other language.
So each of these have a definition as well. So the sumni means small change. So you sell this, so you get small change after you sell this. And nundu is the hump fat of the beef. And they always sell it on these bicycle skewers. Always on the streets with bicycle skewers. They have the cycle next to it. They use those spokes and they serve this with chai and kebab.
No way, but wait, 1 second. Did you say hump fat? Since when did cows have humps?
I don't know. I was researching and it has...
Humpy cow.
Like oxen?
The fat on their hump? Oxen makes sense.
Yeah, because oxen have the hump right behind their head.
If you know about this dish and you're from East Africa and you know something about the humps on these cows, pray tell, please drop me a comment. Okay, and what is the other one? Chuza.
Chuza literally translates in Hindi to baby chicken.
Yes, we got the Gajjar Chuza chicken, which he put into the tandoor oven and then he basted it with this very addictive looking red spice sauce, which is their Gajjar masala.
Gajjar is this distinctive East African spice blend. It's used to marinate and season dishes. It's got all your usual suspects: garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, coriander, red chili, and a lot more. And then that blend gets stirred with butter or oil, and it forms this tangy, spicy, super aromatic paste that you can pair with pretty much everything. At this point, we stopped overanalyzing, rolled up our sleeves, and just got into the flavors on that table.
I think this garlicky yogurt will be perfect.
Smoke, char, spice. The streets of East Africa are right here in a back alley of Dubai.
By the way, the bread under the sumni is going to be the best.
Don't go because it's got quite a bit of that tanginess.
Chilies.
So smoky.
Everything from that Gajjar spice paste to the smokiness of those lamb chops, this was something special.
You just sit there quietly stuffing your face with meat.
Who wants it, grab it.
Dubai isn't all about the glitz. If you know which back alleys to crawl, you can have some of the best, most soulful food experiences.
This is so soft and creamy. It's like, I don't know if they've got yogurt going on in there. Ooh, see? There's a halwa shop very close by, but I think it's suicidal for me to eat anything more given everything I've had today. I'm just gonna have to do another video because there's a lot more in this hood that I still have to check out. But if the word halwa has got you hungry, then make sure you tap the screen because my favorite Omani halwa shop in the country is not even in Dubai. So make sure to tap that screen and check it out. Until the next time I see you, forks down, sleeves up.